Hi, this is Ariane from La Fille de la Mer, handmade soap shop in the Magdalen Islands, Quebec, Canada. Today I'm going to present to you a new product that I've received and that I will review. It was sent to me by Tim Cranmer as a gift from the Lancaster soap makers. It's a mold that's made of wood, and it's an all-inclusive package. It contains a couple different things that I will show you in just a moment. So I've seen another video about this mold that really shows all the specific, and you can actually see this video on the website of the One Mold. It's really theonemold.com, and so you can take a look at this video. That's not what I'm going to do here. I'm going to show you really quickly the mold, and then I will make soap into it, and I will let you know what I think about it. Let's take a look. The One Mold is pretty small. It's not very heavy to work with. It holds when it depends what kind of soap you make with it, but the way I'm going to use it, it's going to hold 10 pounds of soap. So this is the mold part. The bottom is made with silicone, and there's a cover that goes along with it to insulate the soap. Right now I have some dividers placed in, but I won't be using them. I just placed them to show you that you can actually make some soap and then insert the dividers and make soaps that have a top design, like a peacock swirl and things like that. I'm going to be using these dividers into it. I don't know if you can tell, but all around it there's already dividers that are outside of the mold. So this mold needs no lining, and I've already inserted these. There's like little gaps here, so I can place these dividers. And I was really happy because the molds that I use right now to make my soaps are exactly the same width as these. So right now I'm going to make some Christmas soap into these. And sometimes when I make too many Christmas soaps, I end up not selling them all. So this is great. This mold will make 30 Christmas soaps instead of 72 in my bigger molds. And then hopefully I'll be able to sell them all this year and won't be stuck with them over the next few months. There's also another insert that can be placed into this mold. It goes into the bottom and it fits. It has these two little sticks that there's a little hole in the side of the mold on both sides, and you just kind of pop it in and this will hold in place. But again, you can go see the other video about the One Mold online, and it shows everything in detail. So let's get to making soap. I created a recipe. It's a palm-free recipe. It's also a vegan recipe. And yeah, let's go ahead and make that soap. See how the mold works. So here's what will go in this soap. I have my soap base, which is a mix or a blend of extra virgin olive oil, coconut, cocoa butter, shea butter, and rice bran oil. I have my colorants here. I have some titanium dioxide for the white. The red it's actually a color from Nurture Soap Supplies. It's called Really Red Mica. It's apparently their best red. So this is the powder that I'm mixing with some oil from my base oils. And I'm using a mini mixer. They're really handy. They're very practical. I usually go through one every year. I'm always sad when they die. And then I have a green apple mica, which is also from Nurture Soap Supplies, but it has been discontinued. They do have similar colors, so I'm using up the rest of this jar, which I love, and then I will switch to a different color once I'm done with this one. This mica has been dissolved in just distilled water. Micas will not dissolve, but they will blend and mix very well with either water or base oil. Doesn't matter. These anyways, from Nurture Soap. And I have a blend of fragrances that smells very Christmas tree-like. Alright, let's get soaping. I got my lye water ready. It has cooled for the past 2 hours. It's ready. Let's dive into soap making. I have reached a light emulsification, and because I want to do a drop swirl design in this soap, I will now split the batter and mix in my colors and my fragrances. Okay, so the soap is in the mold. Oops. Luckily this cover is made so that it doesn't touch the soap. I received an instruction sheet with this mold, and it says that the soap may need to sit in the mold for up to 48 hours before removing it. I usually work in wooden box that I line with freezer paper, which are so easy to remove after just a day. So I'll be able to test and compare how long it takes to remove and how easy it is to remove, because it's actually like plastic dividers. So that's it for now. I will be back with the unmolding part a little later. Bye-bye. Okay, so here are two of the loaves I made with the one mold. They are very nice and neat once unmolded. The third loaf still has one of the plexiglass pieces attached to it. I was not able to remove it, but it's only been 24 hours, so I think I'm going to wait until tomorrow and see if it gives a little more. Now I'm going to see how this cleans up. You can see by the color of the wood here that the soap leaked through the mold and contaminated the wood. So when you have wood molds, you're not supposed to soak them in water to clean them. So I'm just going to be using a damp piece of fabric to clean this off. And because there's soap on the wood, then the silicone part doesn't quite fit back nicely into it. So I'll give it a quick clean up. And also the other dividers will need to be cleaned, but this shouldn't be a problem because these can totally be soaked into hot soapy water. So I'll let you know how it goes. Okay, I just wanted to show you I used a scraper like this to remove the soap from the mold, and then I washed it with a damp piece of fabric, and it came off pretty well. Of course, the color of the wood has been altered, but that doesn't, change the quality or the functionality of the mold. It is a little longer to remove the soap using this mold than using freezer paper. But for making small batches, I really like this mold because my other molds are quite bigger. I'll show you a comparison just after this. So if you use the one mold, I would definitely either try to add sodium lactate to my recipe, which I didn't here, and I would absolutely avoid using castor oil as it tends to make the soap even stickier. But other than that, it worked perfectly fine. My soaps are really nice and neat. When I make soaps into my large wooden molds, the outer sides are always a little curved inside because of the freezer paper. On this mold, both sides are nice, neat, and straight. So I'm pretty happy about that, and I won't be stuck with a bunch of Christmas soaps if I don't sell them all. With a little effort, I was able to remove the last piece of plexiglass from the third loaf of soap. So here are all my soaps, ready to be cured on the drying trays. I have done the cleaning of the mold and the dividers in less than 5 minutes, which isn't so bad. And here is the cover that also got a little bit of soap. If you've made soap before, you know that whenever raw soap touches wood, it does alter the color, but it doesn't change anything to the functionality of the mold. So it just gives it a little history. And here are my normal wooden boxes that I use to make my big batches of soap, which make 72 bars of the same size. And in this one, I was able to make 30 little loaves, little bars like this, and 12 guest size that are right here, which are my and pieces. So I made another soap using the one mold, and I used sodium lactate in this soap to see if the sides would release easier. I also chose to do a pipe top on this soap, which will make it difficult to unmold, but I have this foam and I will flip it over on the foam, hopefully not breaking the piping that I did on top. There we go. And the bottom should remove pretty easily. There we go. So I'm trying to give you a better angle here, so I'm just gonna press down. I have the tip of the mold like over the edge of the table, and I'm just gonna press down, and it seems to be, yes, releasing very well. There we go. Yay! I chose to make this soap without the dividers, and I'm using the log splitter to make my loaves. Thank you for watching this review of the one mold. I will leave a link below if you're interested in this mold. I would say that it is a great mold for medium scale soap making, or if, like me, you sometimes want to make theme soaps and you don't want to have too many of those, that's a great alternative. Another thing that I wanted to say about the mold that I really like is that you can actually store every piece back into it until you're ready to soap again, and then you don't have to go looking for things when you need to use the mold. Everything is there and ready, so that's a great thing. And then you can put the lid and no dust will get into it. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.